Listen to me, y'all. If you want your partner to stay, it ain't about big flashy gestures. It's about consistency. People think love is some magical feeling that just floats around forever. Nah. Love is what you do every single day. You can buy flowers once a year. You can post a cute anniversary picture. But if the everyday stuff ain't there, kind words, respect, listening, showing up, you're gonna lose them. See, your partner don't leave because of one big fight. They leave because the small things stop happening. You stop asking about their day. You stop holding their hand. You stop making them feel chosen. And when they stop feeling chosen, that's when distance creeps in. If you want your partner to stay, you gotta invest in them daily. Not once in a while, not when you feel like it. Daily. Ask yourself, what can I do today to remind them I see them, I appreciate them, I still choose them? That's the key. Relationships don't end because people fall out of love. They end because people stop showing love. So if you want your partner to stay, consistency is the glue. Show up the same way you did when you first got and I promise you, they'll want to stay right by your side. Consistency matters more than grand gestures because at the end of the day, love is not about the fireworks. It's about the steady flame that never burns out. Too many people believe they can keep a relationship alive by showing up every once in a while with flowers, expensive gifts, or big surprises. Don't get me wrong, those things feel good, and everybody loves a surprise every now and then, but the truth is, that's not what makes a person stay. What makes them stay is knowing they can count on you every single day. When your partner wakes up in the morning, they want to feel secure that you're not going to change up on them depending on your mood. They want to feel your love and respect in the everyday moments, the good ones and the tough ones. See, consistency is what makes people feel safe. Without it, love feels shaky. Imagine being in a relationship where one day your partner treats you like you're the most important person in the world, and the next day they act like you don't even exist. That up and down roller coaster will wear anybody down. But if you consistently show up with love, with kindness, with effort, then your partner knows they can lean on you. That's what builds trust. And trust is the foundation of everything. Without trust, you don't have a relationship. You just have two people guessing each other's next move. Think about it like this. When you were dating at the start, you probably showed up with your best self every single time. You were intentional. You called them, you texted them, you wanted to know how their day was going. You didn't go weeks without showing affection. But somewhere down the line, people get comfortable and think, oh, they know I love them. But love needs maintenance. Just like a car needs gas and oil changes to keep running, a relationship needs consistent care. If you only put gas in once and think it's going to last forever, your car is going to stop on you. And in the same way, if you only pour into your partner every now and then, don't be surprised if they start running out of energy to keep the relationship going. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It means being present. It means making the effort every day to show love in small ways. It could be listening when they talk, sending them a message to remind them you're thinking of them, or simply keeping your word when you say you'll do something. Those little acts build up over time into something powerful. That's what makes a person feel cherished, seen, and respected. And once someone feels that kind of security, they don't go looking anywhere else because they already know their home. Grand gestures might get attention, but consistency is what earns loyalty. Anybody can buy roses once a year, but not everybody can show up every day with love in their tone, patience in their actions, and effort in their heart. If you can master consistency, you'll never have to wonder if your partner wants to stay, because you'll be giving them every reason not to leave. Respect is the glue that keeps love strong, and the moment respect disappears, the relationship starts falling apart piece by piece. Now let me tell you something. Love without respect is nothing more than attraction, and attraction fades. But when you consistently show your partner respect, you're giving them the one thing that every human being craves: to be valued, to be heard, and to be seen. Respect is not just about how you talk to them in public. It's about how you treat them when no one's watching. It's about the tone you use, the effort you put in, and the way you acknowledge their feelings, even if you don't always agree with them. See, in a relationship, it's real easy to start taking somebody for granted. At first, you admire everything about them. But over time, little habits start bothering you, and before you know it, instead of appreciating them, you start criticizing more than you compliment. That's how respect slips away. And let me tell you, disrespect doesn't always look loud. It can be silent. Ignoring your partner when they're speaking, dismissing their opinions, rolling your eyes, or acting like their feelings don't matter. Those are all quiet killers of love. Once those patterns set in, the other person starts feeling invisible. And when somebody feels invisible in a relationship, sooner or later they're going to drift away, either emotionally or physically. Now here's the thing, respect is not one-sided. It's not about demanding it, it's about giving it first. You set the standard by how you show up. If you want your partner to respect you, you've got to respect them. That means listening when they talk instead of planning your comeback. That means celebrating their wins instead of being jealous. That means showing gratitude for the things they do, no matter how small. When you create an atmosphere of mutual respect, your relationship becomes a safe place, and safe places are where people thrive. A lot of people confuse respect with agreement, but they're not the same. You can respect somebody and still disagree. The difference is, respect means you don't belittle them in the process. You don't cut them down, you don't insult them, and you don't make them feel like their thoughts don't count. You can say, I see it differently, but I hear where you're coming from. That right there shows maturity, and it shows your partner that their voice matters. Think about it, every strong relationship you've ever admired had a foundation of respect. Respect keeps arguments from turning into wars. Respect makes forgiveness possible. Respect turns two individuals into a team. And the beautiful thing about respect is, when you give it consistently, it comes back to you. It creates a cycle of trust and honor that makes love not just survive, but grow. If you want your partner to stay, don't just love them, respect them. Because love might get somebody into a relationship, but respect is what makes them want to stay in it forever. Communication is the heartbeat of every relationship, and when it stops, the relationship starts suffocating. A lot of people think communication just means talking, but let me break it down for you. It's not about how much you talk, it's about how well you connect. See, you can spend hours in the same house, scrolling on your phone, watching TV, or doing chores, but if you're not really checking in with your partner, you're not communicating, you're just coexisting. And coexistence is not love, coexistence is roommates. If you want your partner to stay, you've got to create a space where open, honest, and heartfelt communication flows consistently. Now, here's the deal. Good communication ain't always comfortable. Sometimes it means bringing up the stuff you'd rather sweep under the rug. It means saying, listen, I felt hurt when you said that, or I need more support from you right now. Too many couples avoid those conversations because they're afraid of conflict. But let me tell you something, avoiding conflict doesn't save a relationship, it slowly kills it. Because unspoken feelings don't disappear, they build up, and one day they explode. On the flip side, when you talk openly, you may have some tough conversations, but you also build understanding, and that's what keeps people close. Another mistake couples make is waiting until things are falling apart to start talking. Don't wait for a crisis to open up. Communicate daily. Ask your partner how their day was, and actually listen to the answer. Put down your phone when they're talking so they feel like they matter. Celebrate their little wins and be present for their struggles. These small, consistent check-ins build intimacy. It's not about one big romantic gesture once in a while. It's about making your partner feel heard every single day. And here's another truth. Communication isn't just about expressing yourself. It's also about listening. Too many of us listen to reply instead of listening to understand. When your partner is sharing something, don't cut them off. Don't roll your eyes. Don't get defensive. Just listen. Sometimes they don't need a solution. They just need to know that you care enough to hear them out. That's powerful, because being heard is one of the deepest human needs. But let me be real with you. Communication without honesty is worthless. If you're sugarcoating everything, or worse, lying to keep the peace, you're building a relationship on sand. It might hold up for a while, but eventually it's going to collapse. Speak the truth, but speak it with love. Be honest about your needs, your feelings, and your expectations. And encourage your partner to do the same, even if it stings a little. Because real intimacy is built when two people can show up as their authentic selves without fear of being judged or rejected. At the end of the day, relationships don't fail because of a lack of love. They fail because of a lack of communication. If you want your partner to stay, don't let silence build walls between you. Use your words to build bridges. Because when two people can talk through anything, they can survive everything. Consistency is the glue that keeps love alive. Anybody can show up strong in the beginning. Flowers, sweet words, date nights, the whole 9 yards. But the real test of love is not what you do when everything is new and exciting. It's what you do once the comfort sets in. That's where most people slip. They stop putting in effort because they think, I already got them, so I don't need to try as hard anymore. But let me tell you something. If you want your partner to stay, you can't just win them once. You have to keep winning them every single day. See, consistency builds trust, and trust builds security. When your partner knows that you show up for them, not just sometimes, not just when it's convenient, but all the time, they feel safe with you. And safety is what keeps people anchored in a relationship. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. In fact, it's usually the little, everyday things that matter most. Sending a text just to say, I'm thinking about you, checking in after their big meeting, remembering the small details they mentioned. These things look small, but they scream, you matter to me. That's what consistency looks like in love. Now let's be real, nobody can be perfect all the time. But consistency doesn't mean perfection, it means showing effort even when it's hard. Maybe you've had a long day at work and you're tired, but you still sit down to ask your partner how their day went. Maybe you don't feel like arguing, so you choose patience instead of snapping back. Those little choices made over and over again create a foundation that can withstand storms. Because love isn't about the moments when it's easy. It's about staying steady when life gets tough. The danger of inconsistency is that it makes your partner feel unimportant. If one week you're attentive, loving, and present, and the next week you're distracted, dismissive, or unavailable, it sends mixed signals. And nothing makes a person feel more insecure than inconsistency. It plants doubt in their mind. Do they really care? Am I really a priority? That doubt is what causes people to emotionally withdraw, and once they start pulling away, the relationship begins to crumble. Consistency kills doubt. When your words and actions line up, when your love doesn't waver based on mood or circumstance, your partner doesn't have to question your intentions. They just know. And let me say this, consistency keeps passion alive too. A lot of couples lose the spark because they stop doing the things they did in the beginning. But here's the truth. What you did to get your partner is what you need to keep doing to keep them. If you flirted with them before, keep flirting now. If you surprised them before, keep surprising them now. Don't let love grow stale because you stop putting in the same energy. Romance isn't a one-time performance, it's a lifestyle. At the end of the day, consistency is not about being extraordinary. It's about being reliable. It's about showing up day after day in ways that tell your partner, I see you, I choose you, and I'm not going anywhere. And when someone feels consistently chosen, they don't even think about leaving. Respect is one of those things that can make or break a relationship. And I'm not just talking about the big, obvious stuff like not cheating or not calling your partner names. I'm talking about the everyday respect that shows up in how you talk to them, how you listen to them, and how you honor who they are as a person. A lot of people get comfortable in relationships and forget this. They'll start dismissing their partner's feelings, interrupting when they talk, or acting like their dreams and opinions don't matter. And then they wonder why the fire dies out. Let me tell you something, love can survive hard times, but it cannot survive without respect. When your partner feels respected, they feel valued. And when someone feels valued, they want to stay. Respect is the fuel that keeps love burning strong. You can say, I love you 100 times, but if your actions don't carry respect, those words will lose their power. Respect shows up when you listen without judgment, when you take their needs seriously, and when you don't belittle or dismiss them just because you see things differently. You don't have to agree with everything, but you do have to acknowledge that their feelings are real and that their perspective matters. That's respect. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is thinking they can talk to their partner any kind of way and it won't leave scars. Words are powerful. The way you talk during an argument can either build a bridge or burn it down. If you want your partner to stay, watch your tone, choose patience, and remember that you're talking to someone you love, not an enemy you're trying to defeat. Respect isn't just about being nice when everything is going smooth. It's about staying composed when emotions are high. That's when it matters most. Respect also means giving your partner space to be themselves. You can't love somebody and then try to control every move they make. If you truly respect them, you allow them to grow, pursue their passions, and be their authentic self, even if it's different from what you imagined. Real respect celebrates individuality instead of trying to mold someone into your personal idea of perfection. That kind of freedom makes a person feel loved in the deepest way, and when they feel that, they don't want to walk away. And let's flip it. If there's no respect, the relationship won't last. Disrespect eats away at love like rust on metal. It might hold for a while, but eventually it weakens until it breaks. You can apologize, you can say you didn't mean it, but if disrespect becomes a pattern, it builds resentment. And resentment is one of the hardest things to repair. So if you want your partner to stay, respect them daily. Respect their voice, respect their time, respect their heart. Because when someone feels respected, they don't just stay out of obligation, they stay out of joy. They stay because they know they are safe, honored, and cherished. Listen to me. Y'all, love is powerful, but it's not enough on its own. If you want your partner to stay, it ain't about one big grand gesture. It's about the little things you do consistently. It's about communication that makes them feel heard, appreciation that makes them feel seen, respect that makes them feel valued, intimacy that keeps the connection alive, and loyalty that makes them feel secure. That's the glue that holds a relationship together. Too many people lose their partner because they stop doing the very things that made them fall in love in the first place. Don't get lazy, don't get comfortable, and don't take your partner for granted. Every single day, you have a choice. You can either build up your relationship or chip away at it. And let me tell you this, when you keep showing up with love, respect, and consistency, your partner won't just stay. They'll thrive with you. They'll choose you over and over, not because they have to, but because they want to. That's when you know you've got something real. That's when you know you've built a love that lasts.